Shorty, I got Dragos in the backseat. I don't keep no GPS on me, so they can't track me. Not on my side, I know they try to attack me. VVS on VVS.
So I want you guys to know that it's complete pain that I have to record this for a second time. I thought that my mic was on. My mic was not on. I was very foolish. But yeah, I bring to you guys the S13 driven by Ikatane from Initial D. For all my Initial D fans, I hope the Akina Speed Stars logo gives you guys plenty of nostalgia. I rebuilt a Sylvia because I feel like this is the car that most closely resembles that S13, and you know, I put my own rendition on it. This video I will be breaking down the engine swap I did, as I made this a complete drift build, and I think I got a banger on my hands. I think I have a solid drift build for you guys to use in Need for Speed Heat. So without further ado, let's get into it. As you can see, you know, my fault, had something in my eye, not gonna lie. If you wear contacts, you understand my struggle. I might be rubbing my eyes this whole time because I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's like either hair or whatever be getting stuck in my eye. That shit be mad annoying, no cap. But yeah, you can see the specs on the car. It's only a 376 rating. I'm gonna emphasize in this video a lot that ratings do not really matter once you get to a certain point. And if you're doing a drift build, it really does not matter. Like, you know, I'm telling you now, yeah, speed matters, but acceleration does not. So if you want to load your car up with a bunch of drift parts, I mean, you could do that. You know, you can make your car very drift heavy. It's just this car can drift but still be able to slightly compete in a race as well, if you catch my drift, no pun intended. For the car itself, I did an engine swap, and I used a 456 horsepower 4-liter V8 engine as a starter. And when I tell you, it was a pretty solid engine swap if you ask me, because it gives the car, in my eyes, it had the most horsepower potential, and it's a good start for horsepower. Let me say that much. 456 horsepower is a good start when you're building a new car. But it also it worked well for me. I'm not gonna lie, it worked wonders for me. I didn't want to go with a 546 or 556, whatever it is. The 500 horsepower, it didn't give a good potential maximum horsepower output, and it also didn't do nothing as far as like dropping the acceleration tremendously. So that's why I went with that. It had damn near all super parts. So, you know, after that I go with the Ultimate Plus parts all the way until the turbo. For the turbo, I used a centrifugal supercharger. I think that works well as far as dropping the well, I wouldn't say dropping, but increasing your acceleration on the car, which I mean can be very useful when you're trying to come out of a corner, as far as drifting, to kind of pick up speed to start your next drift. So I mean, that matters. 3-5 pound tanks, because we don't fuck with the 15-pound tanks. The main thing I would tell you guys is that if you get a 15-pound tank, that tank is literally for straightaways, and you need like 2 consecutive straightaways for that to be like crucial. Because if you have one straightaway followed by a curve or a turn, 2 things is gonna happen. You're gonna either miss your turn, or on the curve you're gonna take your ass right into the field and into the grass. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that at all. So just stay away from that. Drift suspension, I went with a Pro one because it's cool to have a super or an elite drift suspension, but I think to save your acceleration I would just go with a pro. It works the same way. I don't know why my voice keeps cracking, but we're gonna continue on. Pro brakes, I learned that having elite brakes doesn't work as well, especially like if you're trying to start your drift. It may make your car like either, I won't say oversteer, but it will make it slide more than it needs to. Then, you know, elite plus clutch, 5-speed on the gearbox. This works best for the car. I know you guys are gonna see the elite plus and a super plus, but the 5-speed works the best for this car. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. During the recording of this, I had a track differential, but I switched to a showcase differential just because like it wasn't allowing my car to respond as it should on most, like when I was doing the drift event. As I'm trying to start my drift, my car wouldn't oversteer how it's supposed to. And in a drift event, that's kind of crucial. Like you need that oversteer, especially like if you have a lot of like sharp ass turns and you got to be able to cut your wheel quick. You need that. Oh yeah, obviously we have elite drift tires too, but that's a given. You know, you want, with your tires, in my eyes, you want the best of the best to to force that oversteer. That way you don't have to do much. You don't have to put too much on your brake, because with my live tuning, I changed starting my drift from my gas to my brakes. Best decision I could have made. This works well with racing and off-road as well. So if you guys are using the gas to start your drift, stop it. Switch to the oh my gosh, switch to the brake. Switch to the brake. Definitely switch to the brake. It works wonders, trust me. Shout out to my call for that advice too. And also your down, I think it's your downforce, some shit like that. Drop it to 20%. The second one under the under your steering sensitivity, drop, because I picked my steering sensitivity all the way up to 100. The one under that, I think it's like the downshift or some shit like that. You drop it to 20%. Other than that, and as you can see, the car, it drifts pretty well, it responds pretty well. I'm still getting the hang of like not cutting my wheel too much and not relying too much on the gas. Feather foot on the gas. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already, and be on the lookout for more videos. I'm out.
Say she want designer, we in the coupe and I'm flying.